I'd say there were probably two or three key themes for me. The first is a couple of years ago, we were really just talking about the evolution that needed to take place between procurement and marketing. That procurement was seen as just cost cutting. And I think the dialogue at the conference this year has been more about the value of marketing and the ability to show that marketing is contributing to an organization. So the word value got thrown around a lot. The data associated with how you determine value and performance. So that was, for me, one of the primary themes of the conference all the way through everybody who spoke. Tracy Allery, our friend from Nestle, said, if we're talking about strategy, we're talking about data. And I think the data was the other strong theme of the conference. I think it was thread throughout. I spoke about it this morning. I think as an industry, we've done a good job with data, but we have to get much, much better. And data is really the key to better alignment between marketing, finance, and procurement. So great dialogue around that. I think the third point for me is one that I've always stayed super focused on, which is creativity still matters. Susan Creedle from FCB, Kristen Cavallo from the Martin Agency gave great talks about the value of creativity, the financial value of creativity, and why you need to stay cognizant of that when you're working with your agency and what it really takes to create good work. So just a great conference, delighted to be here.
You know, I think one of the biggest things that I've taken away from the conference so far is just the really outsized effect right now that inflation and Ukraine are having on everybody's marketing right now. Companies are facing inflation. I think we know this not only just in cost of goods sold, but also in securing talent and how much they have to pay their employees, the Great Resignation. All of those things are really squeezing the ability of companies to spend dollars on marketing. So right now, companies are trying to be more efficient. How can they work better with their agencies without cutting costs so far that their marketing isn't effective anymore? Then of course, Ukraine causing supply challenges is really causing companies to also have to pivot their marketing and really find ways to take things to market when maybe chips aren't there or other things that are being affected by Ukraine and other supply chain challenges. So I think those have been two really big themes, but it's also been really great for me to see. I think we've seen a really great progression over the past several years. I think 3, 4, 5 years ago when this conference was here, we would talk about how to work better between procurement and marketing. And I think we've kind of turned a corner. I think now I'm starting to hear we're working pretty well together, but now let's perfect it, which I think is really great. As a procurement person that worked on marketing quite a bit in my career, I think that was always a really tough challenge for us. So I think people are now starting to talk about what's the next phase, how do we take it to the next level, which is really great. I think that's something that was maybe not anticipated, but I think now that we see it happening, it's a really great thing.